What is up, everybody? TurboVerse here today. So each and every day I use Twitter, I see some of the most craziest and nonsensical statements on this app. So another day, another crazy statement from a Sony fanboy. So what's really different at this point? And it was like more doom and gloom for Xbox, it seems. That's like the usual playbook at this point. They might as well be Chicken Little or the boy who cried wolf at this point, just for Xbox. It's like Xbox is just ending. They do something new. Xbox is just over with. So this fanboy right here stated that because Microsoft is expanding their market for where Game Pass is going to be at, because they made an announcement they're going to have, you're now allowed to stream Xbox games on your smart TV, mainly the Samsung 2022 models. They have announced that. But you know, the average person was like, yeah, it's kind of cool, more people get to enjoy Game Pass. But this guy had the audacity to say that this is the end game for Xbox. They ultimately want to get out of the hardware game and just be a subservice, hashtag stay salty. So Xbox is completely done with gaming now. They just want to sell Game Pass, and it's like, yeah. But this is not the only guy who made some nonsensical tweet about this revelation. About, even though Xbox announced this a long time ago, what their plan was to get games on the allow you to play games on smart TVs. Like, this isn't something new that we're just finding out about. It's just like they just announced that they're officially rolling it out, but this isn't anything new that we haven't known about already. So we had another Sony fanboy who says that Xbox fans talking about PlayStation games going day one to PC, while Xbox games are going day one to TV, which I don't see why that's a bad thing. More people get to play the game. Like, I don't see people trading their Xboxes in to stream games. Somebody's going to sell their Xbox to go stream games on their smart TV. It's usually like the people who are like super casual are probably going to use it, who probably aren't into gaming to begin with, who just probably want to try or dip their toes into gaming, might use the streaming service from your TV. So I don't see why that's a big deal. More options, it's like more options. I don't see that as a problem. Why that's something to be angry about if you're an Xbox fan. Like, people use Netflix or whatever streaming service they use to watch TV shows or movies. It's like, does that take it away from the people who buy a Blu-ray disc or who actually buy the physical disc or the movies? I don't see why that's a big thing, but it does affect these guys when PlayStation games go to day one, though. So, you know, he's trying to rub it into Xbox guys' faces, but Xbox guys don't care at this point. But it does affect PlayStation guys when their games go to PC as well, because, yeah, the PC gamers are definitely out there collecting these Sony exclusive titles as Thanos did the Infinity Stones at this point. Like, they are just racking them up one by one. Like, the only one that's remaining in Ghost of Tsushima, which that's probably going to PC as well. So, hashtag whole slate coming soon. Only on PlayStation updates. Yeah, only on PlayStation. They need to change that slogan right there, because it's definitely not only on PlayStation at this point. But yeah, let's look at what people have to say about this right here, about these statements right here that Xbox is just done with gaming. Xbox is completely going off the console market at this point. Well, you can say, I guess you could say the same thing about Sony with using their own dumb logic. That is Sony getting out the console market because they're putting games to PC now. Like, you use the same dumb argument against these guys. So let's see what people got to say about this. Microsoft's baby for the longest time has been Windows. They want Xbox Game Pass to be their new Windows. The only reason Xbox got approved in the first place back in the day by Bill Gates was the promise to get Microsoft in more homes, etc. Xbox consoles have never been profitable. Bro, this is the dumbest ass I've seen today. Let's see. I don't see it as the end game to the console space, but more of a way to tap into the casual gaming market even more and open up for those people that like this sort of thing. Meanwhile, Sony is doing the same. Dumbass. Both Xbox and PlayStation may be an app. It costs cost and hardware, which is a huge expense, but the reality is the United States has some of the worst data caps on the first world countries. 100% streaming is a long way, maybe 15 years at least. Yeah, I mean, if people just want to stream video games, I don't see a problem with that. But like this guy said in this post right here, the internet is not that great in the U.S. compared to other countries. So I don't see that being a reality, especially for streaming video games, sure, like movies and stuff, you can do that. But video games, I don't see how that's gonna be an amazing experience for everybody who's a gamer. So that's not gonna take off for at least, like you said, like at least like 15 years, a while till that actually like takes off. Where that's like the norm. People are just streaming video games. So I don't see it happening anytime soon, to be honest. PlayStation did it also. Wait, what? Oh yeah, they did do like a streaming service. Nobody really cared though. That's the thing. When PlayStation did it, nobody cared. But I guess it's funny how it's doom and gloom for Microsoft, but PlayStation did it before Microsoft, and it's like nobody cared back then. So just interesting. Because I forgot the PlayStation Now did do streaming at one point. They were streaming like modern games, but nobody cared about it. They was doing it. This is originally how you had. That's originally how you had PlayStation games on PC because of the streaming service. But like I said, most people didn't really care about it. So back then when that happened, so um, they also want the player to be the center of gaming, play anywhere, and I love it. This was always the point of Game Pass. We've been saying since 2017, Game Pass is the future and will be omnipresent. Xbox consoles ain't going anywhere, by the way. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't want to have a console audience, people who want to buy consoles, have the games on PC as well, have the games on streaming. I don't see why that's a big deal. Why they wouldn't want to do that? Like, who cares at the end of the day? As long as I'm playing the games, and I play the games on console. That's all I care about at the end of the day. So I don't see why that's a problem. This is the end of PlayStation because Sony will follow this path, with the difference that will always late. Okay. What are you even talking about, Facepalm? Yeah, that's just comments and Xbox is just done. It doesn't make any sense. But you know, they live in their own delusional little fantasy world where they think the Xbox is just going downhill at this point. Even though when they're doing better than ever, this generation is light years ahead of the last generation. But according to these guys, Xbox is just bowing out the console market now, which just makes no sense. So you expect Xbox to be the biggest user base of Game Pass because they want to grow Game Pass? So then Sony plans must be to get out the console game and into the PC game market then, yeah. And so you can literally say the same example for these guys at this point. You really don't see the big picture. It's the huge start of having access to Xbox Game Pass everywhere and play on whatever device you want. Phone, Xbox, console, PC, and now TV. More ways to access Game Pass means more money. Yeah. Because, you know, the Sony audience just wants everybody just to play on the PlayStation, while Xbox wants everybody to play on everywhere. And I don't think, like, most Xbox gamers don't care. They don't really care about the Sony guys. They really want to gatekeep who can play their precious exclusives, so. And it's failed because Jim Ryan is changing all that up, like putting these games to PC, so. They didn't make a statement where he wanted like his games to sell like a 30 million, is like 30 million at the minimum. So to do that, you need to reach a bigger audience at this point. So let's see. Take this tweet down before you embarrass yourself. He kind of already did at this point. Like, okay. Your tweet? Nope. It looks like BS from this angle too. Did PlayStation Now already do this? Yeah, they did. They did and it failed. Like you said, they did do it, but they failed with it because nobody was rocking with that streaming service for PlayStation. So I think more people probably more accepted to the Microsoft version of it, to be honest. Every word of what you just said was wrong. What are you? An idiot sandwich. Okay, now let's see the other guy's post because this is just hysterical. Games going day one to TV. Because, you know, more options is a bad thing. More people playing the games, Xbox exclusives is a bad thing now. Doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Don't y'all remind us how PlayStation did it first, though? Apparently, he must be forgetting that history, or he just doesn't want to acknowledge it, that PlayStation actually did the game streaming thing first before Microsoft, but okay. You would be perfect for stand-up comedy performers. You're really good at making yourself laugh. By the way, Xbox coming to TVs is good news. Means the brand is spreading, but of course you don't see that. Oh, if more people playing Xbox games easily? Damn, man, we should force them to buy a console for this. How could they? Yeah, who would think gamers be outraged about more options to play video games? It's just fascinating. Xbox already did the day one to PC trick. Now they're moving on to newer and brighter things. Shh! Don't tell anybody this, but in order for it to work on the TV, you have to be a Game Pass subscriber. Don't you think that's going to drive up Game Pass subscriptions? That's awesome. Now I don't have to move my Xbox to one room to another. I mean, I guess that works in that aspect too. So you're gonna keep moving your console around. So I don't see this as a bad thing. Like, I'm not seeing this whole doom and gloom where they're gonna be out the console business. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, I think they just want more options, which they have been preaching for the longest. They just want more people to play their games, whether it be a tablet, a smartphone, your TV, your console, your PC. I don't think that's a bad thing. You can have more options to play these Xbox games. Nobody told lies to Xbox fans before they bought their consoles. Okay, I'm gonna leave some out there. Bro, don't push him into that prevention hotline. Yeah, because TV go. That doesn't even make sense. Like, how would somebody be really affected, be really mad about this news? Like, who cares at the end of the day? If somebody wants to play their games on a streaming service, I don't care. That's like I'm saying before. Do people really care? Did people really get angry when people were like watching TV shows and Netflix? Like, who cares? The day if you watch the movie on Blu-ray, you watch it on Netflix. I don't care. Oh no, more people get to play games anyway. We embraced it more ways to play our games however we wanted. The ponies were the ones being and crying. Yeah. Definitely having meltdowns, especially about the recent Spider-Man announcement. People were definitely having meltdowns, destroying property and all that type of ridiculousness over games going to piece different platforms. So yeah, is that supposed to be a bad thing? Apparently it is. I don't know. Apparently it's, according to these Sony guys, it's like complete treachery. It's like treachery if the game goes into the platform. I was like, who cares? I was like playing a game. I don't care. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this, about these guys saying Xbox is done, Xbox is over with. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.